Hey, it's Camo, and welcome to the Nashville Access Facebook show presented by Solis North Gulch Apartments, where taste matters. And I love having this lady back, and this is about a year since you've been here.
Yeah.
Holly Tucker.
Hi, guys.
This is where the studio audience claps and goes crazy.
Yeah, woohoo!
They're invisible. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's always a blast having you.
Yeah.
This is about the third time, I think.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So are you in town for the Nashville Pollen Festival?
Yes, I'm crazy about pollen. I just love everything pollen.
Oh
yes.
man, it's brutal. And it seems like this year's even worse than it has been in
Oh my gosh. It's everywhere too. It's bad in Texas.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there it's more Mountain Cedar, but it's both. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. And the
Everybody
allergies.
struggling?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody at home who's struggling with allergies.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what brings you to town this time? You are from Texas.
Yeah. This time I am coming back to, well, I always come to write,
Right.
but I'm specifically writing this time for the next part of my record. What people don't know yet is that I'm actually going to be releasing a brand new album. It's
Wow.
really an EP, but part one of an EP is coming out in August.
Nice.
And so part one is already done, all of the songs are ready, and I'm so excited to release them to everybody. But part two is coming sometime next year. And so that's kind of what I'm writing for right now, is to finish the record, because eventually those two parts are going to come together as a whole album.
That seems to be a trend. Sister Hazel has been doing that. They did
Yeah.
a 4-part one called Elements. So
Yeah.
each one represented a different element.
Yeah,
And it was just an EP of, 5 or 6 songs, and
yeah, it's very cool. I mean, it's the way to keep your fans always getting new material and giving them a little bit at a time, but not overwhelming them with a whole album. And I think it's smart. It's really smart.
You've got a new single out
I do.
that's doing well.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
Tell us about it.
So it's called Country Music Won't Let Me, and I wrote that a couple Nashville trips ago, probably 2 years ago, and I wrote it with my buddies Logan Tucker, not related to me, but just a good friend, and then Buddy Owens, and so
Good writer.
yes, he's incredible. I've written a lot of my favorite songs with
And
him.
he's a good painter, too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
Buddy, if you're watching, you got to come on the show, dude. That's excellent.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about it. It's definitely, I'm not used to writing sad songs. I'm not used to singing about sad things, because it's
There's
hard
enough
for me.
of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
And, I'm just a positive person. So I try to make happy music and feel good music. And that's really my bread and butter. I love that.
That's why we like having you back on the show, because we're all just such downers here. Nice for you to bring it up and class it up a little bit too.
Oh.
You're big, for people that don't know, your big moment was The Voice.
Yes.
And you're on Team Blake.
Mhm.
How many years ago now is that? It
That
seems
was
like
6.
6 already? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
It's crazy. It was back in 2013.
Wow.
Yep.
You were just a kid.
I know. I'm getting old, y'all. My bones are creaking.
Shut up. That was a great launching pad for you, because it, of course, got national attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great place for you to really build your career. And you've been doing it, and it's nice because I've watched, it's just been a nice steady growth since then. It hasn't been a huge, I'm here.
Yeah.
You're working hard for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not something that, if anybody ever tells you when you get into the music business that it's going to be easy and you're just going to have it all handed to you, like that happens maybe, 0.00001% of the time. Like it's always work. It's always more than people think it is.
Yeah. Do you get any resentment from people in the music business? And I suppose now, 6 years later, probably not as much, but because doing those TV shows can be a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
It can say, well, you didn't work hard to get here.
Yeah.
You got the TV show.
Yeah.
Did any of that ever come into play with you?
No, I don't think so, because for me, I mean, I didn't win the show, so I didn't have just instant success after that. I mean, I had a lot of great shows, and I had a lot of great opportunities after the show, but it didn't.
Which may not have come had you not had that visibility.
Exactly. I had a lot of doors open because I had that chance, but I didn't just get a record deal after the show, and that's what a lot of people think happens, is that everybody off the show just immediately has, you know, the best success with their music, and it's just not true.
Everybody thinks Carrie Underwood, you know, oh, well, she won the show, look where she is.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen that way. And even when it does, you still got the hard work you have to put into it.
Right.
You know, and in your situation, the doors may have been open, but you've still got to prove yourself once they're open.
Right. Exactly.
And I mean, how you run kind of a unique situation because everything's kind of self-contained with your family.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Is it fun, or does it have its moments where it's just, I gotta get out of this, I gotta get out of it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially,
because you're a close family to start with.
We are. For those of you guys that don't know, my dad is my manager, and my brother is my tour manager and booking agent and therapist and pretty much everything. And then my mom runs my finances for me, helps me keep track of that, and it's just a team effort in my family, and we've always been a close family, so that's why it works. But me and my brother Shane, we actually we work together probably the closest out of anybody on the team, and it's always him and me trying to figure out what are the next steps, what do we need to be doing today to get where we need to go. And he's more of a business-minded person, and I'm more of an artistic, creative-minded person. So we both need each other, but we definitely butt heads sometimes, and it's a lot like that, where sometimes we just gotta be like, okay, we're gonna set this down and come back to it later.
do you kind of turn off when the business side ends, you know, like, and then the day's done, okay, that's business, we may have butted heads during business, but we're still family, let's go out and hang out? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, even before he really got super involved in the business, I mean, that's what brought us closer together. But, you know, we definitely, I mean, he's my best friend. So, yeah, I just, we still go and do fun things. So, yeah.
Cool. That's neat. And it also keeps all the money in the family, too. Because you're making a fortune.
Oh, yeah. We're making tens of dollars. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I made tens of dollars off of that single.
Yeah.
That is tough these days because radio is getting harder and harder to get airplay on.
Yeah.
Which means streaming services.
Yes.
And they're known for paying their artists a ton of money.
Oh yeah, every hundredth or 600ths of a cent really counts. Yes. You know, I mean, yeah.
But so has that become your target? I mean, you're still releasing to radio, especially Texas radio.
Yeah.
But do you really focus on the streaming stuff as well, and getting that audience and trying to get on the playlists?
Absolutely, you have to. I mean, Spotify is basically like the record label of today. I mean, but because anybody can go and release music today. It can be anybody. You can be independent or you can be signed, and you have to keep up with that. If you're not on Spotify or on all of those platforms, then you're not going to have as big of a reach because CDs aren't a thing anymore. As much as I love radio, I mean, I have my friends tell me all the time that they don't even use it anymore. They just turn on their phone and put on Spotify. And so you need all of those elements. You need radio, you need social media, gotta have social media, and you've gotta have Spotify. It all works together now. So, and if you don't have one element, then you're kind of sunk.
And from an advertising standpoint too, it's all about being where people are, whether
yeah,
artists tend to hate Spotify because they pay so little.
Right.
But you gotta be there because that's where people are.
Yeah.
And it's a love-hate situation.
Exactly. And I mean, social media is a huge thing too. I mean, you gotta always be good at putting out new content for people. That's what I was just doing right now. I'm not trying to be rude. No. I'm trying to share the show so that it goes live or viral while we're live. So if you guys are watching out there, share it and it'll help it get seen by more people while we're live.
That's right.
So.
And We typically, with our guests, give them a script so they answer everything exactly right.
Yeah.
So there's no room for error ever on this show. No errors. Let's do a song, and then let's come back and talk about how important the Texas scene is to you.
Okay, yeah,
Okay?
I can do that.
Look, we have a guitar.
We do.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. It's just all here. Okay. So I think I might have played this for you before, but
That's okay.
this is going to be the next single.
I won't
So
I forget.
Oh. Stop it.
He's not kidding.
So this is actually going to be the next single. I've been playing this out live for probably about 2 years now. And every time I play this song, at the end of the set, people are like, where can I get that song? Where can I buy it? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to you guys. This is going to be the next single. So if you guys are Granger Smith fans or Earl Dibbles Jr. fans, he said this one time on Twitter, Earl did. He said, women really aren't all that complicated. It don't take much to make them happy. All you got to do is call them beautiful and take them fishing. And I was like, well, that man is just a straight genius right there, because that's the key to my heart. So I thought it'd make a really good country song, and this is called Take Me Fishing.
Holly Tucker.
You say you can't tell what I'm thinking, so you don't even try. Act like I'm so complicated, and I'm always changing my mind. You're looking so lost, boy, like you need a road map. Well, I'm about to help a brother out. Call me beautiful, and open my door, and rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you're listening. Call me beautiful, and take me fishing. Yeah, it might sound kinda simple, but boy, you'd be surprised what you can do to a country girl's heart with a tackle box and a blue sky. Turn a good day into a long night, that's right. So call me beautiful, and open my door, rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you're listening. Call me beautiful, and take me fishing. Yeah. Ooh, looking so lost, boy, like you need a road map. How typical. We're so close now, baby, don't you turn back, 'cause I'm about to help a brother out. Call me beautiful, and open my door, rock me to a George Strait song out on the dance floor. If you wanna reel me in, make my head spin, here's a secret, hope you're listening. Call me beautiful, nitty-gritty now. You and me go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels so good to be. Call me beautiful, and take me fishing. Yeah. Oh, baby, take me fishing. You and me go fishing in the dark.
I love it.
Love it.
That's a great
A
song.
lot of other people loved it too.
Oh, good. Yay.
Thanks for watching. Our
Ah.
guest today is Holly Tucker on The Big Show. it's funny, you have Fishing in the Dark in there, and I remember when that song came out, I was on radio up in Canada, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a cool song. And who knew that, 25 years later, it's this huge, iconic hit that people always go to.
Yeah.
Great song. And George Strait, you got to reference George Strait.
Oh yeah, it's not a country song if you don't
Especially
reference
from
George.
Texas. How cool is the Texas music scene for you? Because it's very supportive of its artists, it seems like.
Yeah, it is. It is. The fans are incredible, and once you make a fan, they will show up for you every time you come to their city. So Texas, you're really, really good about that. The problem right now that I am seeing a lot is that, and it's hard in but national country music too, is that there's just a lack of females. And
Still.
I know that a lot of people want to just not talk about it and act like it's not a problem, but it is. And so that's part of the problem is even with radio and with
Well, hold on. It's not a lack of females as artists.
right. It's a lack of the presence.
It's a lack on the radio and
Festivals, like lineup, there's always a token female, but just one that'll sometimes make places be able to say, oh, we had a girl on the stage, you can't talk about it now, and I'm like, no, actually that's not correct. The girls are out there working just as hard as the guys, and I'm certainly not meaning to offend anybody by saying this either, but because I love radio. Radio has been so supportive of me and my songs and stuff. But
radio is a business, and
and
back when I was going, it was kind of making that transition, because on radio there was always the fight between the sales side and the programming side.
Yeah.
Programming would say, well, you wouldn't have anything to sell if we weren't playing the great music, and
Right.
sales would say, well, you wouldn't be playing great music if we didn't sell it.
Right. It's a
But-
catch-22.
But now radio tends to be, and I'm not talking about all stations, but the majority of radio out there, it's not about the music anymore. The music is the stuff that goes between the commercials.
Yeah.
So it's keeping people listening until the next commercial break.
Yeah.
And they're going to go with artists that are huge sellers, and where are the huge sellers? Well, they're topping the chart.
Yeah, and they also tell you, well, we'll play you if you're playing in our city. But then venues in that city will tell you, well, we'll let you come here and play if you're being played on the radio. So it's a catch-22. Like, you can't. Which comes first? One of them has to believe in you first, and so that's another issue. But and I don't honestly even think it's just a female thing. I think it's a new Texas artist thing too. I mean, just being an independent new artist. Since Spotify came out, I mean, you've got your established acts like Aaron Watson and Randy Rogers and Josh Abbott and all those amazing guys. But anybody that's coming out now has to sort of really make their stamp, because back when they were building, 10 years ago and stuff, they didn't have social media, and they had actual CD sales and they had actual ticket sales, and now people just have so many options of who to go see that it's hard for an independent artist.
Well, even the biggies now. I mean,
Yeah.
Pat Green, when I talked to him a couple of years ago, he said, I'm just doing EPs now because nobody's buying albums anymore.
Yeah.
And here's a guy that came from the album era.
Exactly.
And really built on his live shows.
Yeah.
But that's another unique thing about Texas is artists really take advantage of the live music situation.
Yeah. For sure.
And it's like its own country. You can tour and
Texas
sell.
is a country.
It
It
is.
is.
It's the best country in the world.
Rock on, sister. Amen.
The Great Republic of Texas.
Yes.
But a lot of artists do very well in Texas, and then you never hear of them anywhere else. And even the big names there, like Aaron Watson, Cody Jinks, Cody Johnson,
Yeah.
who you have a particular affinity for.
I do.
Those guys now have got special label deals. Oh no, it's Kyle, Cody, I forget, everybody. They're all working, they've all got kind of major deals where it's a partnership, and they maintain creative control over everything, which is very unique.
Yeah.
The big artists don't usually get that.
Right.
So you've got that top group of people and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's fighting for those radio slots and
Yeah.
the live gigs.
Yeah.
How do you think how do you think that from the female side? How do you think that turns around? Is it songs? Is it?
You know, I've been trying to figure out the answer to that
Everybody
question for like 2 years now.
Because you have people like Ashley McBride and Brandy Clark who are writing killer songs. Still not getting much radio airplay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, a large portion of, you try to find the root cause of what's the problem. Why is this not happening?
You can't treat a symptom.
Yeah. So there's all these problems, but what's the root cause? And the thing that I keep coming back to is that a large portion of the country music audience, Texas or national, is female. The audience, the people who are buying the music, the people who are streaming it in their cars, all of that stuff, they're female. The people who are going out to see concerts are female, and they bring their boyfriends along with them sometimes, but the ones who want to go out are the girls. So I keep thinking it's about getting a really strong female audience. And like back when I was young, you know, I looked up to the females, and I loved going to see other females. I think now it's sort of changed a little bit. I don't really know why, but as a female artist, you have to be both warm and friendly, but also not threatening, but also strong and powerful, but also not in their face. You know, so it's a very weird mixture that
and
you
guys don't have to face that.
No, because all they gotta do is look good. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Because some of the stuff out there, frankly, look good, but that's about all they got going for them.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I know that they work just as hard as the girls.
Because there are some guys that are getting radio airplay because they fit the mold.
Yeah.
And that's always been a thing, but it just seems bigger now.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have to say it, I said it.
I mean, I think it's all about just getting that female audience. So writing songs that are geared towards things that I would want to hear as a fan. I try to put myself in their shoes, and what would they want to hear? What would they want? What are they missing? What message is going to connect with them?
Yeah, see, somebody like Shania was really good at that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think what has happened over the years is you get Shania, and it's like making a copy of a copy. Shania was able to present that whole package. It was what women wanted to hear. She was what women wanted to see. The message was what women wanted. And then they made a copy of it, and it got a little bit further away from that. And then a copy, and a copy. So the female artists now, a lot of the ones that are trying or are getting the hits, look to Shania, but they're so far removed from that the message has been lost.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else. If you get down to your core values and your core demographic, then theoretically that should work.
Yes, theoretically it should. I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is going to be. If any of us had the answer, I'm sure it would have been done by now.
Well, the people that are watching right now will go out and they will buy all this.
Yeah, hit that follow button on Spotify.
If you don't, I will hunt you down. I know where you live. Threatening people into buying music.
He'll do it, too.
Yeah, I will. You want to do another song?
Sure. Okay, guys, so I'm going to try to attempt this today.
All right.
I have not warmed up, so this might be interesting, but...
Phlegm balls are allowed here.
Oh,
so
okay.
if it gets in your throat, you're cool.
Yeah, well, that would be a first. So I don't want to hop loogies on anybody today. Okay. But I want to do my current single that I have out right now, and it's, like I said, I don't do sad songs a lot just because I want to be a positive influence, and I want to be kind of a light for people, but you can't have light without a little bit of true honesty and authenticity and darkness. Everybody's got a little bit of darkness in their lives, and so that's where this song kind of came from, and it's called Country Music Won't Let Me. Time I leave you in the past, just when my mind quits looking back, I hear a hurting song. It takes me back where we went wrong. It's like every word and melody was written just for you and me. I'd give anything if I could just move on, but country music won't let me. It's way too real. It hits me heavy right when I'm letting go. It keeps me holding on. That lonely crying steel guitar re-breaks the broken in my heart. Thought I'd be over you already, but country music won't let me. It follows me everywhere I go, in the bar, in the car, on the radio. Even when I turn it off, I still sing along. And when the needle falls on Patsy Cline, I fall to pieces every time. I'd give anything if I could just stay strong, but country music won't let me. It's way too real. It hits me heavy right when I'm letting go. It keeps me holding on. That lonely crying steel guitar re-breaks the broken in my heart. Thought I'd be over you already, but country music won't let me. You're nothing but a memory, but I wish it could forget me. 'Cause country music won't let me. It's way too real. It hits me heavy right when I'm letting go. It keeps me holding on. That lonely crying steel guitar re-breaks the broken in my heart. Thought I'd be over you already, but country music won't let me. It won't let me.
Good song.
Holly Tucker and her latest single, Country Music Won't Let Me. You just keep getting better and better, honestly.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
if you're a radio station and not playing Holly, you've got to be playing Holly.
We just moved into the top 40 in the Texas charts, both of the big ones, TRRR and CDX, and it's I think 39 on one and 35 on the other. So really, really cool. Thank you so much, Texas Radio, for supporting this. It means a lot.
What have you got coming up in the future that people need to know about? Gigs, dates, important things?
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting touring again, kind of heavy with my band starting in June. And so we're gearing up for rehearsals for that. And then I've got actually something pretty cool that's coming really soon at the end of May. I'm going to be starting oops. It's all good.
Our gimbal has a mind of its own.
Sometimes it does that. It does that. I'm going to be starting a crowdfunding campaign. Going to be doing that. So this is actually the first time I've said that. So y'all be watching for that. It's going to be through Indiegogo, and to help support the next record, I'm gonna need that. So I'm gonna be doing that in May. I'm gonna have a new single coming out, "Take Me Fishing," in June, and then the full EP is gonna come out in August. So. Those are the
Make
big
sure
things.
you give us the link for
Yeah.
the Indiegogo thing, and
Sure.
we'll share it and let everybody know about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you
It's
for having
always such a pleasure, and you can come back anytime. So
Oh,
whenever you're in
good.
town, just say, "I want to come on the show. I got new stuff to talk about,"
Oh,
and you're in.
thank you.
Make sure you check her out, Holly Tucker. Your socials, website stuff.
Yeah, just search Holly Tucker, or you can on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. It's at Holly T Music, and also hollytucker.com.
Sweet. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Camo.
Thanks for watching the Nashville Access Facebook show. Boy, today's just full of fun. with Camo, that's me. You can catch me every Thursday morning in Tamworth, Australia on 88.9 FM with Jody and John. You can also catch me on Sundays at noon in the UK on Chris Country, and starting this weekend, Saturday afternoons on Hippie FM 94.5 here in Nashville. Thanks for watching the show. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Can't get it.